The Hyundai Sonata is currently in its 8th generation, and this model year, it just got a minor facelift, including the front end, the interior, and the rear end. Personally, I'm a big fan of the facelift. It's just that the rear end is a little bit too much for me. It's a little bit too, I would say, reminds me of a 1990s GM car. It's just kind of, I won't say heinous or ugly, but it's just not my cup of tea. But I do like the front end of the vehicle. Kind of reminds me of RoboCop. It's just very conservative, and you don't have that LED running light that runs along the hood. I actually prefer the facelifted design. So did you know that this year Hyundai has sold around 36,000 Sonatas in just 6 months? That's not bad. Last year Hyundai sold around 40,000 Sonatas. 10 years ago they sold like 214,000 Sonatas. So the Sonata is currently in its 8th generation, and it's been rumored that the Sonata will be discontinued due to poor sales, and also they want to focus more on electric vehicles. I'm a big fan of this transmission blue paint, and this car does have the dark gray caramel interior. You can also get this as an STL, which is about 34 grand, but this is the fully loaded model, and it's 38,880. So this is what the interior of the vehicle looks like. It is exceptionally premium. For a $38,000 vehicle, you have leather stitching on the driver's side, even on the passenger. There's even white contrast stitching, chrome trim. I'm also quite fond of the door handle design, 12 speaker Bose audio system, heated and ventilated front seats, 8-way adjustable including power lumbar, controls your light switch. Overall, it's a very conservative interior and exterior design. Even the interior of the vehicle matches the exterior ambiance of it. I wish this car got a digital rearview mirror, and it does have a large panoramic sunroof. Powering this is a 2-liter hybrid powertrain system. It is not turbocharged, it is a naturally aspirated engine and makes around 192 horsepower. In terms of acceleration, you're looking at around high 7, low 8 second range. And for 2024, the screens have been redesigned. So you have a 12.3 inch display here and another 12.3 inch display. So combined, it's about 24 inches. And as you know, the key fob does match the vehicle itself. You do have 3 drive modes: Sport, My Drive, and Eco. One of my favorite features of the Sonata is the 360-degree camera system. In most cars, the camera system is like this, right? But in a Hyundai, kind of like an Audi, you can see the vehicle from outside. Isn't that cool? And you can even have a head-up display, which is kind of rare in its class. You usually have to go for highest trim. But what's unique about the Sonata is it's not powered by a CVT transmission. The transmission selector is right over here. You push P for park. It's a shift-by-wire system. It's actually a 6-speed automatic, not a CVT. I also want to show you a cool feature exclusive to Hyundais in this class. The digital blind spot mirror too. Interesting enough, the dashboard is actually stitched with leather, which is rare in its class. I would say this is the most luxurious vehicle in its class. And yes, this is a brand new vehicle with only 13 miles. It has not been fully PDI. There's still some wrapping on it, but you can tell the seats are perforated. They're very comfortable. You have a decent sized glove box. The infotainment system is very intuitive. It includes wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. And interesting enough, it also does have a weather app. It also even has Hyundai Pay. So you can actually pay using your credit card for parking passes across 6,000 locations in the United States. Let's check out what's under the hood. I'm not a big fan of this engine start-stop location. It is actually blocked by this gear selector. And you have 2-person memory seating. The 12-speaker Bose audio system is very impressive. This also controls your trunk release. Let's check it out. So you can actually get about 51 mpg on the highway, 44 in the city, which is very rare in this class. And the trunk ranges about 16 cubic feet. This is not a plug-in hybrid. But yeah, unfortunately, you cannot get this in all-wheel drive form. You can only get the all-wheel drive in the base 2.5 liter engine, which also makes 190 horsepower. There's also the high-performance unlined model, which makes almost 300 horsepower from a 2.5 turbo engine. So yep, this is what the engine bay looks like. No turbochargers, there's a lot of working room. I think this engine should be pretty reliable. I know the previous iterations of the Sonata hybrid had a lot of issues, but this 2020 newer one seemed to be pretty potent and reliable. Overall, Hyundai has done a great job, and even have parking sensors front and rear, 17-inch alloy rims. Overall, what do you think about the side profile of the car? I think it looks extremely stylish and modern. All angles of the car look amazing, except for the rear end. You can tell this is a hybrid from here. And overall, this is a very sleek silhouette. I don't understand why this car is kind of underrated. This car packs so many features in its class. I mean, no other vehicle in its class has manual rear sunshades. I know the previous generation also had heated rear seats. But man, Hyundai, you have done an amazing job. Yeah, truly a phenomenal interior. And did you know that this car is actually made in Korea? 2 USB Type-C ports. I could fold it down, but it's wrapped in plastic. As you can see, it's from Korea. It's a great car. But my question for you is, would you choose this over the Camry hybrid or the Accord hybrid? Those are its main competitors. I want to tell you one more important thing. This Sonata hybrid has been around for like 4 model years, and its powertrain has not changed. So take that in consideration, that the Camry and the Accord hybrid have just been redesigned this year. They had a full generation. So in terms of efficiency, it's pretty competitive in its segment. But thanks for watching.